What's the T? Let's go live. Let's go live. Y'all ready? Let's go. Get in here. Get in here. Everybody get in here. It's time for a legendary show. Bop, 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 bop. All right. What is popping, everybody? Let me turn me down. What's going on, everybody? What is going on? How is everybody on this good Tuesday? As for me, I am hot as hell. So we are going through like a heat wave here. So it's almost 100 degrees. I don't know. It was like a heavy heat wave, and it was kind of cold yesterday. But apparently we're getting a little bit of a heat wave here in LA. So I don't know why I got this beanie on, but I thought it was cute with the hat, with the glasses. But yeah, so today I got on my little beanie with my prescription red glasses. I don't know why. This is the Gemini. This is the Armon in me. You can't just go get regular glasses, right? You just go get them in red. But anyway, yeah, I got that on with my pearls today. You know what I'm saying? And my little paradise tea from PacSun. So shout out to PacSun for the paradise tea. You know what I mean? And so we're kind of giving us cool, fresh, chill vibes at the house, okay? Because we're in the middle of a heat wave. All right. So anyway, we got to get into some things today, okay? And we're going to talk. We got a little bit of a variety show today. We haven't done one of these variety shows in a while. So, yeah, we're about to get into some things. I got my water here, and so I don't overheat because this fan ain't really doing what it need to be doing, okay? And for some reason, with these lights on, the AC don't do what it need to do either. But yeah, so y'all going to be seeing me periodically slurp till I can't slurp no more, okay? Sherri Shepherd and Oprah mumbling and cackling behind the scenes. Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey and Jonathan and all of this Megan Thee Stallion drama. Megan Thee Stallion was drunk on live. All right, we're going to talk about that. Wendy Williams, are we here for it or are we not? Okay. Also, for the love of Bobby Purr, or we love you, Bobby Purr. We're going to talk about that. Natalie Nunn, is Natalie Nunn an ish starter? Did you guys see that fight between her and Rolly? And, a lot of the cast does not seem to like Natalie Nunn right now. Is she a big messy thing? And yeah, we just got, and the City Girls, are the City Girls going to last? And I'm going to tell you where that came from too. And Lizzo, apparently people feel that Lizzo looks like the emoji. Okay. Do you feel like Lizzo looks like the emoji? Do me a favor while we're in the broadcast. I want you to go through your phone, look up the emoji, and then Google Lizzo, and then let me know by the end of the show if you feel like Lizzo indeed looks like the emoji. All right. So let's get into some things really quickly. The first thing I want to get into, let's just start off with let's head over to Zeus Network. All right. We haven't really talked much about Natalie Nunn since she came onto the show, so shout out to her for coming onto the show. But Baddies South, okay? Baddies South. Actually, I haven't really talked about Baddies South that much, but I really will say that this was probably the better version of the Baddies franchise. I think this was a phenomenal show. It had its ups and downs. Kind of towards the end, it got a little bit boring. But I think that this show, this was a great show. I think Natalie Nunn got a little bit of a bad rap because people were calling her messy. But I think that people have to realize that Natalie Nunn, well, before we get into that, I want to talk about the fight with her and Rolly. That probably was really exciting. That was probably one of the most exciting things for me because I wanted to see how that was going to go. Now, as far as the winner, I'll go ahead and give it a tie because Rolly did have the mouth bleeding. But she did snatch Natalie up. That was a good fight, okay? I wish they could have went a little bit harder and a little bit longer, but, that was a good that was a good fight. I was here for that. I really didn't think that anybody was going to really run up on Natalie like that because I felt like, they were probably going to be afraid to do so. But seeing as that they did, I thought that was some good tea. Now I don't know if Rolly and them will make it on the next season of the show. But the rumor is, Natalie Nunn is really, really messy, and a lot of the girls on the show don't like her, and a lot of the girls feel like, this show, they didn't really do anything but party, and not party. They didn't do anything but fight. Okay, but here's the thing: I don't understand why, and it's no shade against the Zeus Network. I'm just saying, like, why do people think that you're going to go on the Zeus Network in this climate and not fight? That is what you sign up for. And then for God's sakes, it's Bad Girls Club. It's Baddies Club. Like, you're going to fight. This is what it's about. So I don't know what they expected to do, but they went from city to city and, they fought and they partied. That is the show. That's pretty much the show. And a lot of people are blaming Natalie and saying that, she's pretty much trash because of that. And I personally feel as though, listen, there has to be some mess. There has to be some controversy. And at the end of the day, she's the executive producer of the show. She's competing with, Jostens Cabaret, which is probably the biggest show on the network at this point. And she's competing with her own other show, Bad Boys Club. And now, I Love You, Bobby Purr, and all these different shows. And she's got to outdo her previous show, which was not really that great. You know what I mean? So at this point, her being an executive producer of the show, she's got to make the show interesting. She's got to make it hot. And, it's no different than Mona Scott, making, creating storylines and creating drama and, for Love and Hip Hop. Producers create drama because they have to make the show a good show. So I think that if Natalie didn't do that, it would be boring. So I'm not going to say that she's messy. I'm saying that she's doing her job as a producer. You know what I mean? So I think that people are getting it confused and saying that she was very messy. That's part of the job, honestly. I mean, that's part of what she's supposed to do. So I'm not really sure why some of the girls are behind the scenes really upset with her because unfortunately, she has to do that. Who's gonna, that's part of the reason why we're watching. We're watching for the fights. We're watching for the shade. We're watching for the mess. We're not watching you girls. I don't want to watch a bunch of you hoes just go out into the club and shake your butt. Shake your BBLs for what? Okay, then what? I want to see somebody get slapped. So at the end of the day, I want to see some mess. I don't want to just watch you guys shake your tail feather and kiss each other in the mouth and pour Casamigos down your throat. I'm bored. Okay, I want to see the mess. It could have been a little bit more messy. You know what I mean? They could have brought some niggas in. You know what I mean? And they kind of got messier. So I think that, Natalie did a good job with this show. And I think that she did a good job with, being an executive producer and creating the controversy. And I think I think the cast was actually a very good cast. I think everybody on the cast was pretty decent. No shade. And everybody fought. Except the last girl, Scotty. She didn't fight, but everybody held their own. Everybody fought. I enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was a good season. Even Jalen, I didn't think I was gonna like Jalen, but she did her thing too. She even got out there and fought, and she slightly whooped Rolly. It's no shade. Jayla beat Rolly up, and I didn't think Jayla was going to fight, and so she did her thing. So, I think a lot of people were dragging Natalie Nunn and feeling some type of way and calling Natalie Nunn messy, and, a lot of the cast feel some type of way about how they're being portrayed on the show, but at the end of the day, this is what you signed up for, and I don't understand why people end up signing up for Zeus Network shows and then come back and be mad. How many shows have we watched at this point to understand the Zeus Network aesthetic? And have you not realized that at some point, if you are a cast or ensemble cast member on a Zeus Network programming show, everybody, wake up call for the people in the back, everybody, if you don't realize this by now, everybody, and I mean everybody except for the Scotty, I don't know how she got out of it. Maybe it's going to happen at the reunion. But at some point, everybody will have to fight. There's no way around it. And they're looking for a big fight. So everybody will fight. So if you don't want to fight, don't audition to be on the Zeus Network. That's just what it is. That's just, Natalie even had to fight. She fought twice. Okay? She even fought. She fought twice, so I can't be mad at her. It wasn't like she had everybody else fighting and then she didn't fight. She even fought. So, I'm hearing that, that she's gearing up to, get some other girls on. I don't think that all the girls are going to make it back. I'm feeling like Rolly and Slim are not going to make it back because they felt some type of way. I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I just want to say, I don't think that Natalie did anything wrong. She's making sure her show is a hit. You know what I mean? She's making sure people are watching. Okay. And she's making sure that the people are there for the show. And, we're there for the mess. This is why we signed up. And this is why we're watching. We want to see the fights. And it is what it is. Okay. And so that's my thought process on that. Okay. Enough about Natalie Nunn. Now, I love you, Bobby. Purr. Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to say, I'm really, really happy for Bobby Lights getting his show. One thing I will say about Zeus Network that is super dope that I like, that they give people an opportunity, to, get their creative juices going. They give them the show. They get producer credit. So I think that that's dope. Bobby Lights is an executive producer along with Roland Ray on his own dating show. And here's the thing. I thought the show was going to be boring. And I'm going to tell you why. I thought the show was going to be boring because at first I was like, okay, a dating show, I don't really care. You know what I mean? And then a dating show with a bunch of Bad Boys Club Houston auditioner rejects and Twitter OnlyFans model. I don't care. But I'm hooked. I watch every week. It's a kiki, it's a cackle. And I'm here for it. Now, at first I was judging it at first because I'm like, oh God, here we go. I've seen all these queens before, but then I have to realize, listen, we're in a different day and age. This is not the Flavor of Love days where we don't know the people anymore. These are the days now where everybody's on Instagram, everybody's on Twitter, everyone's on OnlyFans, everybody's somewhere, somehow. And so you're going to know the people. And Bobby Lights was an OnlyFans person too, so maybe that's why he cultivated, a third of the audience to be OnlyFans stars. I'm not sure. However, so maybe out of the 15, I don't know how many guys on there, but at least 5 of them are, on Twitter, banging out. And so that's what makes me not so sure about if this is really a love. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out, is this real? I haven't really seen any standout breakout stars yet for me yet. I'm thinking Jameson might the African one, the dark skinned one. I'm not sure. I'm thinking he might be the one that Bobby ends up with at the end. But I don't know because I seen a tweet. Or a post from Bobby a couple of days ago. And he was talking about how he's given up on men and maybe he'll start dating women. And then he was like, oh, never mind. That was just joking. Maybe somebody said, fool, you got a whole dating show. Why are you sitting here talking like you single? Shouldn't you be playing along with the fact that we're trying to find you love? So he cleared it up. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out who's actually there for him or not and who's there to up their subscriptions. Because one of the guys for sure, one of the guys is straight. Okay, he's a gay for pay. He'll show you his hole. He'll show you his cheeks. The big buff light skinned one, he's pretty much straight. I've never seen him do anything with a guy before, except be naked around a guy, but they don't really touch or do anything like that. So he's straight. So I'm not really sure why he's on the show, but he has an OnlyFans. And some of them guys, I don't feel like would be Bobby Light's type. And then the guy with the wheelchair, not Roland Ray. There's another guy on the show with the wheelchair, which is pretty interesting because he's a kiki and a cackle to me because to be in that wheelchair, he talks so much crap, right? And the whole thing is, I don't think that he's going to be on the show very long or he's going to have a chance to win the show because the house is not built or set up for people with the handicap because, as we found out in the last episode, he had been so frustrated. He had downed a whole bottle of Hennessy because he had realized that, Bobby Light's room was upstairs and there was no ramp. So how the hell was he going to go and spend time with Bobby? He couldn't even go get in the bed with Bobby because how was he going to get up the stairs? So they have him in a guest house downstairs. That's not fair. They didn't think that all the way through. How does he get up the stairs to spend quality time with Bobby? How the hell does Roland Ray get up there to go spill tea? You know, they didn't really think that one through. Okay. So I don't think he's going to make it. You know, there's just a lot of different reasons why I don't think certain people, some of the boys is on Jack, some of the boys like each other. I don't know. Some of the boys been on every web series on YouTube. So I don't know. I don't know. This is going to be, I'm definitely watching though. I'm definitely watching because I'm entertained. Okay. Because they're fighting, they're snatching each other up. I'm here for it. Okay. And I'm happy for Bobby Lice nonetheless. And hopefully he finds love out of the situation. I don't think that the Jeffree Star ex-boyfriend was necessary because I don't think we would like that would never work. And then, you know, I guess they were exes before and he's back in the house. But I'm like, how when, you know, he gives me clout chaser because he was after him and Bobby, I guess, were together, which I'm not sure if I didn't really realize that they were together or not. In my opinion, I felt like probably they were doing that maybe for a storyline to get on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. And maybe to sell some OnlyFans content. But maybe they were together for a minute and maybe they thought that they were going to get picked up on Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. Then it kind of disappeared. We didn't hear from them, you know, being together. Then we up and see the Andrew Marhold dude, you know, kissing Milan Christopher in a car. So I don't know. I just feel like that dude is just kind of all over the place. Whatever opportunities present himself to be in front of cameras on television, he's there for it. So I really just think that, you know, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these people are clout chasers. And I feel like a lot of these people are there to sell their OnlyFans and get whatever they got off the ground. But maybe if that's the point of the show, that's fine. I don't know if I feel like everybody is there for Bobby. I don't know, but we're only 2 episodes in, so we'll get to get into some things and see what really happens. Now to Roland Ray. Roland Ray is a key. Roland Ray is a cackle, and Roland Ray is a key cackle. Okay, I need to pull Roland Ray up. Let me see. Okay, Roland Ray is a key. Roland Ray is a key. Roland Ray is a key. I mean, you have to really kind of get a piece of Roland Ray. I'm trying to find a picture. Hold on. I need a picture of Roland Ray on the show. First of all, they've been doing Roland Ray very dirty. They've been doing Roland Ray very dirty with the makeup. They've been doing Roland Ray very dirty with the camera angles. I can't pull up no picture of Roland Ray right now, but chow. They've had memes going around with Roland Ray and what's the woman name? Maya Angelou. They say that this Roland Ray is what Maya Angelou would look like in 2022. Wow. Oh, God. I have to find a picture. Okay, I'm done. And then this is the latest meme of Roland Ray. Ooh. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's gone. Hold on. Let me see. Then they got the one with Roland Ray and Tisha Campbell. That one wasn't fair either. Hold on. Let me see if I can go to Twitter and pull up Roland Ray. It's the Roland Ray and Maya Angelou for me. And it's the Roland Ray and Tisha Campbell for me. Let me see if I can go to Twitter and get the tea. I cannot find that meme of, and people think I'm making that up. I promise you, there is a meme of Roland Ray and Maya Angelou somewhere. Somebody has to find it because I cannot find it, and I was trying to find it all day yesterday. I could not find it though. Hold on. They got Roland Ray. Oh, we're gonna talk about it because Roland Ray ran somebody over. Oh, this is Roland Ray smoking a cigarette, child. Hold on. Please let me show you Roland Ray smoking the cigarette. Hold on. Let me see. Look at Roland Ray, child. But you got to find a Roland Ray Tisha. Can't look at Roland Ray.
Oh, I don't know if I threw him under the bus.
Jason Lee, you a little messy, baby. You a little messy.
Let me see.
Look. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay,
Let me
not
tell
not
you
no
something.
motherfuckers.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If I would have, let me tell you something. It would have been over for me. I would have been canceled. I would have beat the dog hell out of Roller Ray. You roll into me, I'd have stepped back and bop Roller Ray right in his face, and he'd have tumbled all the way out that wheelchair, and I'd have kicked him in his ass. No shade. You don't run over. You don't run me over. I would have beat the brakes off of Roller Ray. I'd have kicked Roller Ray out that wheelchair. It's no shade. And I'd have made him chase me. You ran me over? Look at Roller Ray. Look at Roller Ray. Yeah. Look, but I gotta find the Tisha Campbell meme. They said that's Maya Angelou, bitch. They said to Roller Ray look like Maya Angelou in 2022. They need to leave Roller Ray alone. What is a famous quote from Maya Angelou? Oh my God. And then they said that he looked like Tisha Campbell. Oh, here's the Tisha Campbell. Look, why they do this to Roller Ray like this? They said that look, Maya Angelou and Tisha Campbell. These people are trying it. These people are trying it. This is what was going on yesterday. My God. Not Tisha Purr. Oh! Oh! Now let me see if I can pull up Maya Angelou. Hold on, let me see Maya Angelou. How you spell Maya Angelou? Let me see. Do Rolling Ray look like Maya Angelou? Let me see. Yes, God. Yes, God. Yes, God is giving Maya Angelou. Yes, God is giving Maya Angelou. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am is giving that. Yes, God, it is. Yes, ma'am is giving Maya Angelou. Wow. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's not right. Oh God. Yes, still I rise. Still I rise. Yes, God. Well, anyway, that was what the Kiki was. But listen, the show was good. I like the cast. You know, I still don't have a favorite. I don't have a breakout. I'm watching it. I like Bobby. I like it for Bobby. And I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? So I think this is cool. I think this is great. I think that, you know, this is not your typical dating show, which makes it interesting. So I'm definitely here for it every week. You know, they got the white guy, Dimitri, on there that's getting beat up, but she's kind of like got a racist undertone to her. But she's a cackle. It's a cackle, and she like the straight OnlyFans boy on there, but she's supposed to be there for Bobby. It's a lot of tea. But so if you're not watching the show, watch the show. It's a good show. It's a kid. It's a cackle. I watch it every week, and I'm watching to the end. I'm totally in. I'm totally committed. You know, I love anything with my gays and my boys, and it's a lot of mess. So I'm here for the show. Make sure you guys go watch it over on, you know, Zeus Network. Okay, it's definitely a key. Let's get into some other things. Where we at? Now, Sherri Shepherd show is coming on September 12th. Okay, now let me tell you something right now. I ain't doing nothing but hating. I'm gonna tell you that right now. This is me being a hater. Let me drink some water to this. This is me being an absolute hater. Sherri Shepherd show is set to come on September 12th. I'm watching. I'm all in for a couple of episodes. I don't know how long. We'll have to see. So apparently, Oprah Winfrey called Sherri Shepherd. So Oprah apparently called Sherri Shepherd and gave her advice on her show. Sherri said that she had to take a pill because she had wrote 15 pages worth of notes, okay, in order to, hear what Oprah had to say and really remember everything that Oprah said in real time. She said she had to take an arthritis pill after because this is why I can't stand Sherri Shepherd. She said, "Oh, I have to take an arthritis pill because Oprah called me." And blah, 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 blah. I mean, I'm hating because I probably would do the same thing. But it's like, girl, you took 15 pages of notes and you took an arthritis pill and you're just so happy. Like, girl, you ain't been on TV before. Girl, you done been on TV. You know everybody. Like, girl, stop. But I get it. She was on The View and, I get it. But she hadn't had her own show. And and then you're taking Wendy Williams' slot. I get it. I'm a little salty, though, because Wendy's my girl. And I just kind of feel like you're rubbing it in a little bit. Oh, Oprah called me and I took 15 pages and my was cramping so hard I had to take an arthritis pill. Oh, girl, okay, we got it. Oprah called you. You're taking Wendy's spot. Your show's coming on. We get it. Ugh. But anyway, so apparently Oprah gave her some advice. And some of the advice that Sherri Shepherd let us know is that Oprah said that, listen, it's not about the ratings. It's about the energy. So if you come and you give the energy and you're supposed to curate the energy that the audience will receive. And, if you create a good energy, the show will take its flow. And basically, if you have good energy, the show will do what it needs to do. So you need to come out there and engage and just be authentically you in so many words and just give out good energy. And, on one hand, listen, I'm no Oprah, and one day I aspire to be like an Oprah or just as rich as an Oprah. So Oprah, I'm going to watch my words because Oprah is the mother of all mothers, okay? Mother talk show. Mother. People want to be Wendy, but before there was a Wendy, there was an Oprah. And Oprah and Wendy looked up to Oprah, okay? So, I get it. But I will say this, as far as Oprah, I understand that, and maybe the energy is right. But I feel like if ain't no ratings, ain't no energy. Because, you can have all the energy in the world. All the good energy you want, Sherri Shepherd. But let me tell you something, Sherri. If that shit is boring, I don't care how happy you get on that TV. Or how much good energy and positive vibes you put out. If it's boring, we ain't watching. And that will reflect in the ratings. And it don't matter how much energy you got. You will be canceled. Okay? So, all that energy. That's all good and dandy. But don't let Oprah trick you. The ratings do matter. Because they will get your black ass right on out of there. Ain't enough energy in the world if them ratings ain't right. Yeah, I'm being a hater, y'all. I'm letting y'all know I'm being a hater, okay? I'm salty because they did my girl something so vicious. They done gave Sherri Shepherd all the Wendy stuff, and they gonna try to trick us. And watch, Sherri Shepherd gonna pop up with a YouTube channel. All of a sudden, Sherri Shepherd got 1 million subscribers. No, y'all took that and gave her Wendy's everything. Wendy, they gonna probably try to give her Wendy's Instagram. We're gonna look up one day and Sherri Shepherd show Instagram gonna have 1 million followers. Then it's gonna be 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I'm like, huh? Yeah, ain't gonna do it. I don't think Sherri Shepherd will last one season. I don't think so. However, I don't feel like they're going to renew her. I don't know how many seasons she's renewed for. I don't know if this is going to be a 6-week sneak peek. I don't know if this is going to be a 2-season deal. I don't know. But I feel like I don't feel like she coming back after this contract. I don't want to see her back. I don't know. But I might change my mind. Allow me space to change my mind after the first week. We'll talk about it after the first week. Okay. I just want to see. I want to see. I like Sherri, but I don't like the way that they did Sherri. I don't like the way that they used Sherri to just boot out Wendy like that. You know what I mean? Like Sherri is, girl, she cool, but girl, she ain't Wendy. Okay? Now, speaking of Wendy, I'm so tired of Wendy and these people. Okay, thank you, Oprah. Oh, and that's another reason why I feel like Oprah, you was a little shady. Because you know Oprah, and this is my thing with Oprah. Why you didn't call Wendy? Now, I don't know if she did or not, but I'm just saying. Why you didn't call Wendy? You know how long Wendy Williams has been praising Oprah Winfrey? Two people I know that really love Oprah Winfrey, and I don't know if she's ever done their shows, but I know that RuPaul loved Oprah Winfrey and Wendy Williams loved Oprah Winfrey. So for you to call her predecessor, for you to call the ops, for you to call Sherri Shepherd and give her advice, Oprah, that is so unfair. That was so nasty and so rude. I'm being a hater. Let me be a hater. So, and you didn't call Wendy? You never came on Wendy's show, and Wendy talked about how much she loves you, Oprah, all the time. And you haven't made a statement, but yet you mumbling and cackling with Sherri Shepherd? Wow. Oprah, really? Really? That's how you feel? Girl, you don't play fair, Oprah. That is so nasty. That is so rude. That's so disrespectful. That is so nasty. You know Wendy loved you, Oprah. That is so late. That is so late. That is so late. That's probably why Britney Spears declined that interview. But let me tell you something, though. Let's talk about Oprah I know people say that Oprah's a snake, but let me tell you something. That Oprah probably is the best interviewer in the world. I be watching Oprah interviews and I just be like, girl, is she gonna say this? And she always get to what I be thinking. Like, Oprah, now that's some advice right there I take for sure. That she need to do an interview class or a course. I pay for it. I like that. This woman is the best interviewer in the world to me. Oprah Winfrey is the best interviewer in the world, and I live for it. But anyway, shout out to Oprah. All right, speaking of Wendy Williams, I don't know what's going on with Wendy Williams. They saying Wendy Williams got memory loss. They said Wendy Williams been left to die. Child, I don't know what's going on. And while all that is going on, they got the Wendy Williams podcast. They got the Wendy Williams podcast trying to trick us like she coming back. And mind you, I'm all in the comments and everything. Yes, Wendy, come back. This is the fool. Wendy Williams ain't coming back. I don't know why they just won't just be real. She ain't coming back. Wendy Williams ain't coming back, y'all. I don't believe it. And she don't even run the account. They just sitting there taking pictures at this point. Like when, she keep doing all these subliminal pictures and like she coming, girl, getting everybody excited. Wendy, there's no plan. There's no nothing. They just propped you up there. Is Wendy even in her body at this point? They propped her up there, put her in front of that microphone and took a picture and posted it. They need to stop playing with us. Wendy is not coming back. Wendy is done. Then she talking about anybody. I believe it when I see it. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. I'm tired of them playing with me. Wendy, I don't think Wendy is coming back. I don't think Wendy was coming back at all. And then they just posting, and whoever this is trying. Look, they steady posting in the story like she coming back. Look, the Wendy podcast is just posting like she coming back. Wendy Williams shares new photo ahead of her upcoming podcast. When is it coming? When is the podcast coming? Wendy ain't coming back. Now, unless she dropped the podcast on the day of the Sherri Shepherd show, I'd kind of be here for that. I'd be here for Wendy Williams to drop the podcast on the day of the Sherri Shepherd show. Wouldn't you? But, I just would like them to stop playing in our face. Now, I will say this, though. They saying that Wendy Williams has memory loss and left to die. But Wendy Williams was very coherent on that phone with Jason Lee that day. She was very clear what she did want and what she didn't want, okay? And even though, she may have been a little cuckoo about the marriage, she sounded very clear okay, about this, that, and the third. Okay. And so that phone call, she sounded very aware. And she knew that she didn't want no outside help. And she knew that she knew the guy that was over her podcast. And she knew that she didn't want Jason Lee to help her with the podcast. And she knew that she wanted to say that she was married. She sounded very aware and awake. So I don't know. So at this moment, all we can do is wait. I was going to say pray and hope. At this point, I can't even do that no more. I feel like I prayed and I've hoped and I've got excited. I thought and I thinked and I've thought and I've pulled the card and I've done it. I've done it all. At this point, all we can do is wait. Either it's coming or it's not. But I just would like them to stop playing these games. You know what I mean? Like, stop playing these games. What are we doing? But anyway, that's the Wendy Williams situation for me. Oh my God, Lizzo. Wow. Well, Lizzo is that girl. Lizzo is that girl. Now, listen, first I got to say, you know what? I apologize to Lizzo because I was dragging it because for a long time, I felt like Lizzo could not find a record. I still feel that way. I feel like Lizzo could not find a record. I feel like Lizzo, that's why she was gone for damn near 3-4 years and just was online doing whatever, because she could not find another hit. But luckily, not only did she get a hit, a #1 record, she also had a #1 album, okay, and is one of Atlantic's it girls now. You know what I'm saying? Just a year ago, they were using Cardi B to try to usher Lizzo out, but Lizzo came back with a vengeance, okay, and ended up scoring a #1 record and a #1 album, and she won a VMA. I don't remember what the VMA was for, okay? Now, comedian Aries Spears is under fire because he was throwing shade about Lizzo. So apparently, somebody mentioned Lizzo in conversation and said that, you know, she makes really great music. And he said he can't get past Lizzo because Lizzo looks like the shit emoji. And I didn't know what that was until I was like, wait, what? Why does she look like the shit emoji? And then when I thought about it, he said with her clothes off, you know, and then so if you look at the shit emoji and you can see, and you see whatever. So now I'm going to be honest and transparent with my audience here. First of all, he looks more like the emoji than Lizzo. Okay, let's start there. But two, I don't think that that's right. That's totally uncalled for. That's totally unfair. Why would you go and do that to Lizzo like that? But at the same time, Lizzo, you set yourself up for stuff like that when you go and be naked and you showing your body like that. So it is what it is. And he's a comedian. Okay. Now, is that right for him to say that? No. In the grand scheme of things, in this climate, you cannot say things like that. That is, especially to a black woman, a plus size black woman, you just cannot say things like that. That was totally uncalled for. That was very nasty, very disrespectful, and a disgrace. Okay. Lizzo seemingly responded and said she don't give a F because she's winning. Now, he's a comedian, and I'm gonna tell you privately, and this is obviously publicly, but you guys like me because I say the things that, you know, people can't say, and I'll probably be canceled for this one day, but at the end of the day, let's just talk about it. Was it funny? What he said? Publicly, absolutely not. That was not funny at all. That was disrespectful and very tasteless. At the kitchen table, you and me, no cameras. Bitch, that was hilarious. Oh my God, what a key. Wow, Because now if you think about it, then I'm looking at it and I'm like, maybe, well, shit, that shit look like the shit emoji. You know what I mean? It makes you think, it gives you something to think about. You know what I mean? Like, you got to really have a clever mind for something like that. For you to see Lizzo, then immediately go to the shit emoji. It's kind of like, wow, you thought fast. Or is that how you been feeling? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, wow, that was a key. You know what I mean? Like, wow, you really, like, you're a funny guy. Because that's kind of a cackle. You know what I mean? You can get a chuckle off of that. You know what I mean? Like, most people did privately. I feel like most people thought that was hilarious. Right? Like, if you say that to yourself, you know what I mean, in the privacy of your own home, or you're at the family function and you talk about it for a second, I mean, somebody's going to laugh. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to laugh, but you cannot say that on air. You cannot say those kind of things publicly. Okay? You just cannot. Everybody doesn't have that dark humor. Okay? Everybody doesn't have that. Everybody doesn't have that. But I just want to give both sides. Some people are not going to think that that's funny. Some people are going to think that is hilarious. But then at the same time, look at you. You ain't no looker like that either. But this goes to comedians. Can comedians not be comedians? But I think that, but at the same time, that was kind of like, I don't know. It goes like, can comedians not be comedians anymore? But the way he said it was just so quick. He was like, like Lizzo, she makes good music. He's like, oh, which one? She looks like the shit emoji. Like, what? Like, it's almost funny because, not because she looks like that, but because it's like, how does somebody look like the emoji? Like, what? The audacity. Like, all you can do is laugh, because she was like, girl, wait a minute. Whoa, I wasn't ready for that one. You know what I mean? So through the processing, you probably laugh, and then you be like, oh, wait, girl, I don't think that we could laugh at that. That's not really funny. You know what I mean? We can't. I don't think we could laugh at that. Probably get canceled. So he should probably apologize, because I don't think that, in the climate that we're in right now, you can't really say things like that, and it is what it is. So in all seriousness, you can't really say things like that in the climate that we're in. But at the same time, content is content. When you are putting, you also cannot be putting your body and stuff and everything on blast and think that everybody's just going to be loving it and loving it. Everybody's not going to think that that's sexy or funny. Some people are going to think that it's, unattractive, nasty, and, So, and if you're going to force it in people's faces, you can't feel some type of way when you force something in our faces and we don't love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's one thing if she didn't have the persona that she has, right? And he just went on a blatant attack on her. That would be really, really rude. And I I don't think that that's funny at all. If she just was kind of like living her life and then he just came and made a beeline attack for her. But we're talking about a woman that shows up to a basketball game in lingerie with nothing on, with a thong up her butt. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a woman that, walks around with pasties and naked, like, and she does this thing for attention. So everybody's not going to think that that's attractive. Everybody's not going to think that that's funny. Everybody's not going to love that. Everybody's not going to think that that's sexy. Some people are going to think that it's disgusting, and they have a right to give their opinion on it. And I just think I think that's the other part. Like, everybody don't have to like Lizzo body. Everybody don't have to think Lizzo body is sexy. Everybody don't have to comment on it, but Lizzo don't also have to throw it in everybody's face. It'd be different if she didn't throw it in her face and she was just being her. But Lizzo literally exploits her fatness. She slowed down now that the music is out and now that the music is hitting. But she was exploiting her weight. Okay. So it is what it is. Now, So those are my thoughts on that. But shout out to Lizzo with that. Oh, and a lot of people were talking about, here why Rumors wasn't on the album. So I found out why Rumors is not on the album. So Rumors is not on Lizzo's project because I heard behind the scenes that the project, the Rumors did not fit the flow of Lizzo's project, which I agree. So that's why Rumors was not on the project. Now I'm also hearing that Lizzo is like Atlantic's baby right now. White people love Lizzo. The plus size community love Lizzo, and like Lizzo is like the princess of the label. Like, and they just Lizzo right now because white people love her, and so Lizzo is not going anywhere. She's going to continue winning. And then I also been hearing that the labels throw the money at Lizzo right now. Like she's getting anything that she wants right now. Even in her down season, they just tell Lizzo like, live your life, girl, be you, do you, have a good time, like whatever. We love Lizzo. They love everything that she does. So Lizzo, her being the big girl is really working for her. Someone, we were talking about it earlier, they said, do you think that Lizzo will ever get skinny, and will Lizzo ever lose weight? I think the minute that Lizzo loses weight is the minute where she loses half of her fan base. I think the part that we like about Lizzo is the fact, I said it's the fat. No, it's the fact that she's fat. You know what I mean? But talented and makes music. So I think the fact that she's fat, and that's the selling point. And so I think, people are saying, well, what if she loses weight like Adele? I think that people won't be interested. You guys remember when she was, sneaking and drinking the Slim Fast, and she was doing the juicing, and she was trying to lose weight. You guys counseled her. So she went into the depression because you guys didn't let her lose the weight. When she was trying to get more thin, she was working out and she was doing that stuff. You guys did not let Lizzo lose the weight. You guys dragged her. The plus size community dragged Lizzo and threatened not to support her because she was trying to lose weight. Then she had to sneak and lie and say that she wasn't trying to, go on a diet. Remember, she was saying that she was just trying to be healthier. No, she was trying to lose weight, and y'all didn't let her. But that's part of it. So it is what it is. So let's move on from there. That's messed up though, that y'all won't let that lady lose a little weight. All right. Where we at next? Okay. Let's get here. Let's get to JT. Let's get to Young Miami. Okay. So a lot of you guys are probably like, okay, so I had a question, and I'm interested to know what you guys feel. Do you guys think that the City Girls will last? Okay. So here's why. So I've been watching Creature Please, which Creature Please is a good show. I think it's a key. I'm going to be completely honest, and maybe this is me being a little bit of a hater because I'm in this space too, but I have to be completely honest just with everything where we are, just with music and entertainment and everything. Like, I'm kind of gagged with everything just because I kind of just feel like this is all like a joke now, because I'm hearing people saying like Creature just do interviews so good. She's the new Oprah. And then she that, and I'm just like, there's no way that you people are about to do this to me, and have me believing in my mind that Creature is just this hell of an interviewer, because she's talking up there talking about you fuck me, that like that, that. I'm not buying. Like, we're gonna stop, okay? We're gonna stop. She's a celebrity. She has celebrity friends. They come on there. She's sleeping with Diddy. We get it, okay? We're not finna sit up there and start acting like it's Diane Sawyer, it's Oprah. She's just this, articulate speaker, and you fuck me, just saying all kind of. JT went up there and didn't even know if she was American. She said, "Is I'm American? I'm just like mind blown." But I feel like this is where we are at this point. Like, these are our leaders. These are our influencers and our celebrities and our people that we are supposed to follow. Like, this is like, my mind blown at this point. It's like, how does this happen? So anyway, we're at a point now where I want to know if we think that the City Girls will make it. And when I mean the City Girls will make it, the City Girls as we know it. Do you guys think that the City Girls will last? And in my opinion, I personally don't feel like the City Girls will last. I'm going to tell you guys why. I don't think the City Girls will last because, not because I don't think that they're talented, but because I think that the more talented one is really ignorant and ghetto. I don't know if this is like a Florida thing because Kaya has that same energy. But JT is really good, like for real, like ignorant, for real. And so I just feel like, Young Miami gets it. And I feel like Young Miami is a star. And at least she's like, she wanted the fame. She got the fame. She's trying to parlay. She's trying to make sure her time keeps going. She's going to do podcasts. She's doing movies. She's doing this, but she realizes that the public, even though I think that she's good, I think she realized the public and, the industry maybe doesn't see her as the better rapper. So she has to rely more on her personality and her fashion and her star power than her talent. But I think that she's more of the city girl than JT. But then you have JT, who is actually the rapper, and they're calling her the princess of rap. And she's saying that she doesn't even really want to go and do freestyles or do any rapping. Like, she just don't have time for that. She likes to do her job and go home. That's what she said. And then Saucy Santana was asking her, like, why do she look at it like a job and just like, she just get her money and go home and she don't add nothing else to it. She don't do nothing else. Like, Creature got the podcast. She doing this, she doing that. And JT just like, she don't do contracts. Contracts come with too many obligations. She just like to, mind her business and go home. And so this is part of the reason to me why I feel like the City Girls, because we always ask, like, why the City Girls ain't outside? Like, why they not on cover? Like, Saucy Santana is doing more than the City Girls. Like, you know what I mean? As far as publicity wise, like campaigns and, brand deals. Like, I feel like the City Girls, like, they could have had big deals. Like, they started a whole movement. Like, girls want to be city girls. Like, where's the city girl Fashion Over deal? Where's the city girl brand deals? Where's the city girl campaigns? Like, where's that stuff at? I feel like Young Miami would be here for it. I feel like Hood Chick right here is lazy. I feel like she don't want to do all that. She don't want to, it's too much. She not finna do all that right now. I'm not finna do all that. I'm not finna do all that. What's the contract? That's too much. What they saying in the contract? Is I'm American? They want to do what, huh? In the contract? I'm finna go home. I want to go get me a fried fish, and I'm finna go lay down. Who finna do all that? Creature, please. I'm not finna do all that. I'm not finna do all that. And it's like, girl, this is a business. We have to get moving. And I just feel like she's looking at this like a 9 to 5. Do you realize that this is the 1 in a million, like, opportunity? And I think that's kind of what, like, stresses me out, because there's so many artists and creatives that would love to be in her position and that will probably never get the chance, and you looking at it as a 9 to 5 and kind of half-assing it. And I think that eventually Creature will outgrow JT, because JT is not motivated, or is not business savvy enough, or is not hungry enough, or is not respecting the fact that everybody has their time, but it doesn't last forever. I just don't, I don't see the City Girls being here in 5 years. Not like this. I see Young Miami continue to go and do things, but I see JT getting to a point where she not doing it no more. And she done. It's too much. She's stressed out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just weird that she was just like, she just get her money. She don't want to do none of the freestyle. Like, and I think the issue is, you're the rapper. You're the rapper of the group. So the rapper of the group don't even really want to go out there and represent and rap. Like, girl, why you not doing the radio interviews and doing the freestyles? Saucy Santana's out there doing freestyles. I feel like if Creature felt confident enough, she'd go out there and do it. JT is the rapper. Why you not representing? Why you not out there rapping? Why you not stepping out for the girls? First of all, Megan Thee Stallion just did an interview with Krisha, and literally Krisha was asking her, like, girl, what females do you have on the album? And, she was like, I got Lotto on there, I got, Rico Nasty, she was talking about it. And she was like, there was a girl that was supposed to be on there, but she not on there. And she was talking about JT. She said JT didn't send her verse back in time. What are you doing? JT, why are you not sending your verse back? Like, are you just that enthralled with Uzi and just chilling and just thinking like, I think that people don't realize that time, everybody has a moment and, time will pass you by. And like, girl, you supposed to, while you got your time as an artist, you supposed to make as much money as you can, leave an impact and an imprint and level up to a point to where when you are in, like when it's time for you to kind of be on your down, then girl, you are able to, live good for the rest of your life. And I just kind of feel like she not really taking it that serious and she not really setting herself up, for the future. I don't know. It just seemed like who's advising her? Just looking at that interview, I'm like, damn, she's an idiot. This is like a waste of space, a waste of time. They're talented. They're great. I mean, I like the City Girls. You know what I mean? I do. I mean, I like the Ratchet City Girls. They but I feel like they can be bigger. But I feel like the reason why they're not bigger is because she's the reason. I feel like Young Miami slightly is holding, Young Miami back. And I feel like the City Girls will eventually separate because Young Miami wants more and she's very complacent. So I don't know. I don't feel like she's hungry enough. I don't feel like she has a vision. I don't feel like she has a real goal. I don't feel like she thinks, I don't think she has a big mindset. I don't think that she think big. I don't think that she really can see. I don't really think that she even believes that she's a star. I think she's ghetto. Like she's like ghetto hood. Like you're like stuck in the ghetto. Like you're just living for now, but you're not. I feel like she see like the right now. I'm hot right now. We the city girl. We did it. I got money. I'm with a nigga with money. And girl, yeah, period. But it's like, what happens beyond that? Like the fact that they gonna let Saucy Santana come up and be the city girl is gagging me. Saucy Santana got a record with Madonna off of their likeness. He literally took their formula and got records with Madonna and got samples from Beyonce. Huh? Performing at the VMA. Have we seen the City Girls perform at the VMA? Maybe they did perform. I don't know. But I'm just at the point like, girl, what? What's y'all formula? She can only do so much musically. So she has to get into the acting and the podcasting and the personality and the sex and the fashion. But musically, they need JT. But JT ain't really maxing it out. So Krisha's forced to have to do other things. And I don't blame her. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't know. I just think that, that's a bit, I just want to know what you guys thought about that. Because after watching that interview, I'm just like, are they going to last? You know what I mean? Like, or, because that could kind of be frustrating if I'm Young Miami when this girl don't want to do nothing to take the brand to the next level. That's just my thought, though. Perhaps, they have a plan and maybe we just don't know what it is yet. But, it's just interesting. Speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, Megan Thee Stallion was on Krisha Please too. We're going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion in this last quarter. You guys know I like Megan Thee Stallion. I like Megan Thee Stallion. But there's a little bit about, and I don't know, maybe I got to meet her one day and talk to her and really kind of get a feel for her. But there's something about Megan Thee Stallion that's a little phony. Just a little bit. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion's got a little bit of phoniness to her. She's got a little phoniness to her. Particularly, you sitting up there with Krisha, you know you talk better than her. You know you're more articulate than her. You know you feel like the bigger star than her. But then maybe that's just me being messy and reading into it too much. But you're sitting up there, Krisha asked her, it was fun. It was like this fake lovey. But then Krisha asked her, well, I felt like you had a problem with me at first. And Megan Thee Stallion like, well, why would I have a problem with you? She was like, well, I feel like it was the fans, and I didn't really know what what was going on. I was trying to see if we was good, Krisha was like, yeah, I felt like you didn't like me, and I just didn't understand why. Like, it was like the city girls versus the hot girls, and that was around hot girl summer, because then Megan Thee Stallion took their took that sample and put it on their record. And put it on Hot Girl Summer. But I don't know. I just felt like Megan Thee Stallion, during that era, Megan Thee Stallion knew that it was some tea, knew it was some shade, because they were throwing shots back and forth. The City Girls and Megan Thee Stallion, they were both throwing shots. They were all, and JT is real good for that, right? They were throwing shots. Now, Megan Thee Stallion says that there was no problem. But then Megan Thee Stallion then says, well, I didn't really know what was going on with you either. That's why I didn't hit you up, because I was waiting for you to hit me up, because I want to make sure we was good, trying to see, I had to make sure we good. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of awkward when we first met and we got to, because we were like, we good. So my thing is, if you felt like you had to check the temperature, Megan Thee Stallion, why are you sitting up here acting like that it was no beef, or it was no tea, or it was no tension? You just said that you didn't even know what it was. Like, I just feel like, girl, you knew it was shade. Y'all was throwing shade. Take ownership for the fact that you was being shady. It was some tension. You sitting up here acting like you didn't have no beef when you just said that you was checking the temperature. You didn't hit her up because you didn't know if it was good or not. So you felt like it was some tea. Like, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, I like her, but she's phony. And girl, you be with the mess too. Like, girl, you be like, girl, you be trying it. So I think that she be trying it. So speaking of Megan Thee Stallion, because we're leading into, the Megan Thee Stallion piece. Hold on. Megan Thee Stallion goes on live last night and creates a viral moment while trying not to create a viral moment. So Megan Thee Stallion, mind you, I'm watching the live and I'm like, oh girl, she's on here drunk. She is on here drunk and something is going to happen. So I'm watching the live last night. And Jonathan comes in and then she started talking about, how Jonathan had her messed up. And how she won't, anybody that has fallen out with her is because she decided that, they was moving funny. And she said she don't want to be their friend no more. And they got mad, right? So she asked for Jonathan to get on the live. And she wanted Jonathan to explain why they fell out. So she basically said, you was fooling with somebody that I didn't like. And Jonathan was like, nah, that's not what happened. I told you I was going to be with my best babe. And we probably were going to be with somebody that, you didn't like. And then all of a sudden, the live froze. So in my mind, Megan Thee Stallion got a phone call. Ring! Get off a live. You're about to say something stupid. Get off a live. Do not do this. Or it gave, call Jonathan and y'all discuss not to say no names. Because she was like, don't say no names on live. We're not giving out no free clout. This, that, and the third. So they was on live. Then all of a sudden, Megan Thee Stallion says, oh, sorry, the hotties, the live ended. The service was bad. That was a lie. You had been live for about 25, 30 minutes, dancing and twerking. Girl, all of a sudden the service went bad. Stop lying. The service did not go bad, girl. You got on the phone and somebody said, don't do it. Somebody said, get off the phone. For those, I'm seeing people saying who Jonathan. For those that don't know who Jonathan is a celebrity hairstylist. He is the one, if you guys seen viral, that was fighting on Bad Boys with Zeus, and that was the one that was fighting Milan. Okay, that's Jonathan. Okay, over the room. So, let me see if I can pull up a picture of Jonathan real quick so the people can see. So this is Jonathan, okay? So you guys can get a quick picture of Jonathan. No, that's Wendy Williams, y'all. Oops, hold on. That's not, sorry. That's Wendy Williams. Hold on, let me show you Jonathan. For those in the back that don't know Jonathan, okay? Okay, hold on. So this is Jonathan, okay? This is Jonathan, okay? So boom. So she's on the Instagram live talking to him or whatever, right? So then boom. People automatically feel like, you know, there was a blog that said that Asian doll, that Megan Thee Stallion was talking about Asian doll. Megan Thee Stallion quickly cleared it up and said, I was not talking about Asian doll. So now what? A fan tweeted and said, she cleared that up real quick. Megan Thee Stallion said, I ain't never been PUSSY. Okay, then enters the chat Kelsey. Kelsey started adding and directly tweeting Megan Thee Stallion, saying that, you know, put an address on it because I heard that you didn't want me hanging out with Jonathan. Here we go. Because I don't know everything. I'm like, girl, what did she say? That is not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. So Kelsey goes, Kelsey, y'all don't know the behind the scene ish. It definitely had been got back to me, words from her mouth about Jonathan. Okay, coming around me. So I just want to know, because the slugs is dead. Because she said, put a name on it. So Kelsey enters the chat. And then Megan Thee Stallion says, but when I was paying your rent, Kelsey goes, but when I was doing your homework. Okay. She don't want to war with me for 2 years. For real, 2 years later, I'm still on her mind. I be minding my business. They talking about, cause court, let me go. So anyway, they were going back and forth. Okay. Here's the thing. I hate to see them two fighting because I really feel like they had a genuine friendship. I feel like she was paying her rent. I feel like Kelsey was doing her homework. I feel like Kelsey broke the NDA. I feel like it was a lot going on. And here's the thing with Megan Thee Stallion, Jonathan, all of that. I don't know who she was talking about, but it had to be Asian, well, Asian or Kelsey. It was one of them. Okay. And so at the end of the day, I personally feel like I'm with Megan Thee Stallion to the point where, okay, girl, I don't need you linking up with the ops. If you always, you know, kicking it with people that I don't like or don't like me, I don't fool with you. You know what I mean? Like, I get that. You know, I can't stand a weirdo. You know what I mean? Why do you always, I never trust a person or that's always finding themselves linking up with people that I don't fuck with. You know what I mean? Why are you always around bitches that don't like me, that I don't like? I think that that's weird. And I feel like if you're around people that don't like me consistently, constantly, and you're supposed to be my friend, or you're working for me, or you're working with me, or we're working together in any capacity, you got to go, because you always seem to find yourself around bitches that don't like me. And I think that that's very weird. So I understand that on one hand. But then on the other hand, I also understand Jonathan saying, hey, I'm going out with this person, but this person might be here. Let me give you a heads up. Okay, we don't know the full context of what happened, so I kind of understand it from both sides. It just needs to, I just need to understand if this was a one-off thing with Jonathan, or was he consistently around weird bitches? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're always finding yourself around weirdos, then I can't fool with you. But if this is a one-off and you like, girl, such and such is finna be here, child, I know you don't fool with her like that, but girl, I'm gonna be here. Then at that point, I mean, I'm going to just pay it, but don't be all buddy-buddy with that hoe, because, you know, we don't rock with her like that, this, that, and the third. It is what it is. And also, I think that this has been a learning lesson for Megan Thee Stallion because Kelsey is a clout chaser. I don't care what anybody say. I feel like Kelsey is a clout chaser. She always finds her way to insert the chat conveniently to be on the blogs. And this is why it's very important for you to make sure that the people that are coming up with you, you don't be posting them all the time. That's why you see me like my real friends, my best friends, my core friends, like my brothers and you don't see them. They're not on the internet like that. They're not on YouTube. They're not, I'm gonna build my channel. You don't see them all the way around. Like I don't be posting them every 5 minutes because you just never know what people do. You know what I'm saying? Like Megan Thee Stallion literally gave Kelsey clout that then Kelsey used to catapult her own self and whatever. I mean, hell, Kelsey made a whole diss record. If that's not a clout chaser, I don't know what is. Now, I don't know the whole thing about between her and, Tory Lanez and, if Megan Thee Stallion really took Tory Lanez from Kelsey. If she did, then maybe this is her revenge. But I do feel like there's a little bit of Kelsey that is a clout chaser. And I feel like, you got to really watch. This is a lesson to really watch the people that's coming up with you because sometimes these people want to be you. And they not really your friends, or they want what you have, or they want to use you to catapult themselves. You know what I mean? Because I just find it funny that Kelsey always finds a way to insert herself in the chat, but then she don't never be saying nothing. So girl, why are you here? Why are you talking? So I don't know. There's a piece of me that I'm just I'm a little iffy with Kelsey a little bit. And so I just feel like Meg, you kind of put her on and you kind of put her in this position to be able to, use you every chance she gets because she don't be saying that then. And I'm just like, she always finds a way to enter. That's the only time we hear about her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a weird situation. But at the same time, Megan Thee Stallion, girl, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion give a lot too, though. I feel like Megan Thee Stallion could be a little bit phony, and I feel like, girl, Jonathan probably came to you. I don't see why Jonathan would lie. I feel like Jonathan probably came to you like, girl, I'm probably going out with Asian doll. Kelsey probably gonna be there too, or somebody you don't like, girl. And Meg got mad and felt like, girl, you moving funny. And it's like, girl, Asian doll is my friend. Like, that's my real friend. So, you know what I mean? That's my girl. Like, I'm not in what y'all got going on or whatever. That's my friend. And so I'm going to be with her. But at the end of the day, this other girl might be around, but that has nothing to do with me. And maybe Megan Thee Stallion felt away. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's necessarily fair. But I'm just assuming because I don't know what happened. But then they were saying that they had nothing to do with Kelsey. They weren't talking about Kelsey. So I don't know who they were talking about. So we're all left to assume and just have conversations. But I just feel like that was bizarre how we were going to get to a head and then it just stopped. Now, I will say this, though. The best thing that ever happened probably was for, Jonathan not to do Megan Thee Stallion's hair anymore, because I honestly think that Kellen is a better stylist. At first, I really wasn't here for Kellen because I didn't really like his styles at first because I felt like they were boring. But now Kellen has really, he really understands Meg, and her hair looks good every time he does it. And I think that he's a better stylist than Jonathan. So I think that, it all worked out for the greater good. And Jonathan's doing this thing out in Dallas. So, hopefully, and it seems like they're on, they're cordial, they're in good spaces. But for me, I feel like, blessings happen, that maybe that was a blessing in disguise. Because I definitely I prefer Kellen more as a hairstylist for Megan Thee Stallion than I, do Jonathan. But, Megan Thee Stallion seems to fall out with a lot of people on her team. Remember, she also fell out with EJ. Remember, according to sources, they were saying that, Megan Thee Stallion came and checked EJ at Cardi B's party. And so Megan Thee Stallion, they say that she's nasty sometimes. And so I don't know. I've never personally met her and been in any encounters, but, so I don't know what to think about this whole situation because we don't have enough context. We don't have enough context to make a decision on what we think. Okay? So, all right, I'm going to take a couple calls and then we're going to get into some things. Let's take a okay. Let's open up the chat. Let's open up the chat, child. And let's hear what y'all got to say about what's going on. Let's open it up. Let's open it up. Okay, hold on, y'all. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Hold on. All right, hold on, child.
Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Your show is scheduled to start in 32 seconds.
Somebody said, stop assuming things are wrong. Listen, this is what we do. This is gossip, child. If you don't like it, don't watch. Why would you be here? What are we supposed to do? This is all speculation and gossip, girl. We're being messy. We're Ken.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
Why do y'all come here if y'all don't like the gossip?
2, 1.
Who said I had to know exactly why the live ended, child? I don't know. I'm not finna make up no reason. Jeez. Girls are annoying. All right. 7931, you live on the air.
Hey, Armon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? So
Good.
I called to say, like, about the Megan situation. Like, you know, you always have your common denominators, and at this point, she is a common denominator to me. Like, I feel like she's low-key, like the way you're saying, like, I don't want you with people I don't like. Well, it's kind of like you said, Asian and Jonathan are actually really close. My beautician works at Jonathan's shop. And every time I'm in there getting my hair done, which is once a week, Asian is just in there chilling with Jonathan whenever he is in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, it's just weird that you just always find a problem with everything. And so I don't know. It's just like, and I think like with the drinking and stuff, like I don't feel like she probably slowed down from as much drinking that she was doing before because it was looking bad on her, like it was about to with her going live, like the stuff that she's still doing. But I feel like if she would chill out with that, like she probably wouldn't have so many moments like this. She probably wouldn't be getting her feelings so much. Like I'm feeling like the alcohol is the problem, and the problems are causing her to drink alcohol. I don't know.
That's a good point. Child, I don't know either, child.
So,
but were you in that live last night?
I got on there when it froze. So I missed it. I got on there as soon as it froze. So yeah, I missed the whole thing. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. In my opinion, she's really a common denominator. Like she's the issue. Like when one went up to me, when it's always the person that fall out with everybody, it's that person. Like how you fall out with everybody around you. It never makes sense to me. So yeah, that was all.
All right, thanks, boo. All right. 4456, you live on the air.
Hello, Armon. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, first of all, I love you. But really quick, I just wanted to say that I personally don't think JT is lazy. I think that she's so, like, Carisha had more time than her to get more accommodated with the industry, with the lifestyle and things like that. And JT seems like she's just I think, introvert. Is that the word? I think
yeah, maybe.
So, but I don't think she's lazy. And then about the journalist thing with Carisha, I think that it goes both ways because even though she's a rapper, she can still be a journalist as well because you're a great journalist and you're rapping, you're getting your foot in the door as well. So I think that's okay to try to do both. She does not speak great at all, but I think it's okay for her to do both.
Okay. So you think that they will do wait, so you think that they will last as a group?
No, they pay too much attention to the comments, and JT, Carisha's too much into herself, so I honestly don't think so. I don't.
Okay.
I hope so, but I don't think so.
All right. Thank you, boo.
All right.
Bye. 7988, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So I see it a little different. I don't think that Meg is the problem. I feel like when you've experienced the type of trauma that Meg has, you probably would be looking for an outlet, whether it's friends or hobbies or alcohol. And I think Meg is constantly picking the wrong people around her. You know, you have a label that's praying for your downfall. You have friends that are supporting the people that have pow-powed you. And the same friend is, like you said, a clout chaser. You know, she only pops up when, you know, Meg is mentioned. You know, she could have been doing or popping up before that, and she hasn't. So to me, you know, Meg needs to, and I feel like Kelsey is probably being paid by Tori, Carl, and Jay Prince to antagonize her before these upcoming cases. I think it's weird that she pops up all of a sudden, you know, right before court is about to be in session for these two cases. So to me, you know, once Meg gets through these cases, once she gets from off this label that's not even promoting her or supporting her, and gets with a team and actually, like, you know, kind of like you said, she probably was stopped on the call last night, you know, but if she was on a bigger label that actually had a team around her that she could just focus on the music, and then I don't think we would have these issues. I think part of it is Meg has a lot of time and a lot of, you know, she directs her career. And I don't think these other girls have to worry about that as much because they have bigger teams and labels behind them. So I think once Meg gets some of this behind her, you know, we can see a bigger and better Meg. But I don't feel like Meg is the problem.
Okay. Well, thank you, caller. Thank you for giving us that input. We appreciate it.
All right.
Do you think the City Girls will last?
I think the City Girls would last. I agree with you. I think they need to refocus. You know, like you said, they had a big opportunity with marketing this, you know, ratchet girl, you know, big, you know, I'm a criminal, not criminal, but just how they have missed a lot of opportunities that I think they could have capitalized on. You know, I'm a scammer. That's what I was trying to think of. Like this scammer, you know, City Girl.
The City Girl, the whole, like, what is the City Girl? Like, show us.
Yeah. We could have bought bonnets with scammer on it. We could have bought all kinds of merch. Even if the music wasn't selling, they could have been doing so much. They could, you know, I feel like that's something that
City Girl clothing collabs, like, you know what I mean? There could have been so many brands that did collabs with like City Girls and stuff like that, you know? Like, what is the City Girl? What is the City Girl? What is the City Boy? Like, you know what I mean? And I just feel like I'm literally watching Saucy Santana take their blueprint and run with it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Like they have they've let other female rappers surpass them. And I'm concerned about that. You know, you have people like Lotto, like Meg started the same time as them, and she surpassed them. You know, Lotto is coming up and is surpassing them. I'm kind of concerned that you're right, that someone is dropping the ball, whether it's JT or Carisha, or maybe they're just not a cohesive unit, and maybe it's time to pack it up. But I don't think it's completely over for them because there's still a money-making opportunity. There's still a brand, and I think they have some time left. But I think they need to refocus and kind of get it together.
Thank you, caller. Let me move on. Okay, 2190, you're live on the air.
So I was listening to Megan's live or whatever, or I saw it, and I just wanted her to hang up, like, so bad because she kept, like, pressing the issue with Jonathan. Like, she kept being like, I'm going to get you live, I'm going to get you live. And it's like, I feel like Jonathan doesn't really have her best interest in heart. I feel like a lot of people around her don't have her best interest at heart. And then it, like, makes you wonder, like, why does she have such a hard time finding genuine people to keep around her?
Mm-hmm.
And then with, like, Kelsey, it's like, you know, Kelsey is also on Carl's payroll. Kelsey's baby daddy is Erica Banks' manager. Like
D-Boy,
you know
yeah, D-Boy is,
like,
yeah, he's D-Boy,
so
but D-Boy is nice. D-Boy is, I've met D-Boy before, yeah, and I think he's Erica Banks' manager and DJ. Yeah.
But as soon as Meg calls out with Kelsey runs over to 1501 and her baby daddy is like managing Erica Banks. So I
Yeah.
feel like there's a lot of layers to it. It's not just like, okay, obviously like the Tory Lanez thing, but it's like you're also working with people who are plotting against her to try to put her like replacement like at the forefront. So, and I agree with the last caller who said that like obviously Megan is going through a lot of stuff. So, you know, like she probably does drink and make bad decisions, and she just needs a better team around her.
Thank
because
you.
if not, she's just gonna keep spiraling.
Wow, thank you, caller. Okay, let's take another one. Take a couple more, and then we're gonna get out of here. 7063, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. So, with the thing with Megan, I always felt like Megan has always been like a social climber. She's done what she had to do to get to, the brand that she is now.
Okay.
You were on Nikki's Live talking about, I'm going to go right my ish, and we know that was a dig towards Cardi B, but the next thing you know, you and Cardi B are doing a music video together. And that was, and I don't even think that was just towards Cardi B. That could have been also towards City Girls as well. I don't know. But she's always moved funny. And so, I just feel like, if anything, therapy, I don't know if she takes therapy, but that definitely should have been something that should have been discussed with
She
her
has not started therapy yet. From that interview that I heard, she hasn't got into therapy yet. From that interview that I've watched with her and Krisha.
And it's just the drinking, So that's just my thoughts on it. And then lastly, Aries Spears should not be talking about Lizzo, about anyone. He looks like he's 18 months pregnant, can barely breathe properly without wheezing. It seems like some hot dog juice is dripping from his pores. He should not be the one. He's not the one. Probably smelling like a bag of boiled nickels. Should not be the one talking about anybody looking like anything. Anyway, I'll let you go. I love you, though.
All right, love you too. Thanks for watching. All right, we're gonna take a couple more, and then we are out of here, baby. Yeah. All right, 9552, you're live on the air.
Hey, Armon, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I listen to you all the time. I'm a
Thank
first-time
you.
caller. But there are a few things I wanted to address. So,
Okay, well, since you're a first-time caller, no cursing.
I won't, Armon, I promise. I watch you all the time. I know the rules.
Okay.
So, I'm a bit confused as to why you think Kelsey is a clout chaser. I feel like Kelsey has always had a name before Megan, and Megan literally started this. I feel like she's the type to throw a rock and then hide her hands. There was no reason for her to go out of her way to keep pressing the issue with Jonathan, especially if she didn't want to give nobody any free press, as she said earlier. So I just want to know why you think she's a clout chaser.
I think you have a point with that too, though, right? Because I mean, Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like Megan Thee Stallion ain't phony, because I do feel a little phony with her too. So that's why I'm a little torn. But at the same time, I feel like Kelsey, girl, you slightly are. I mean, let's just think about it. Girl, your baby daddy is Erica Banks' manager and DJ. Like, girl, and you only pop out like when you try to get in the blog. Like, girl, because Kelsey do a lot of popping out and not saying nothing. You know what I mean? She just be like inserting herself in a lot of the mess just for a moment, I feel like. And I just kind of personally feel like, girl,
Armon,
you're a little bit of attention seeking.
But also, as soon as she does respond, what does Megan bring up? She brings up court. She brings up what she's going to do in retaliation to Kelsey. So I do feel like there is some type of NDA out there. There's something that either Megan or her team are doing to silence her. Because
I don't know.
No reason for her to do all of that and then say, "Oh, well, you're not going to get free press. You can't say nothing to me, or we're going to run the court."
You know, this is one of those bizarre situations, because I feel you, but I feel like two things could be right at the same time. I feel like Meg could be a little phony, because Meg definitely is a bit of a liar. Let's start there. I mean, the fact that, first of all, she was even acting like she didn't even know how to do the Instagram live thing. And that was irritating me, because I'm like, girl, you ran over there to Nicki Minaj and you jumped on live. Like, girl, it's like she's phone, like there is a phoniness about her. But at the same time, Kelsey irritates my soul.
90
because it's like,
seconds.
girl, You are like they were friends. So they're very similar. She's a clout chaser.
I will say
Kelsey's a clout chaser too, though.
Just as phony as her.
Yes.
I did not like how Megan's friend jumped in that and called her baby's head flat. That was unnecessary. And it also shows that Megan and her team are definitely page watching Kelsey. They're definitely pressed. And they're, keeping tabs on her. So they can cause this type of mess. So they can go back and forth with her. Because I think at the end of the day, Megan still feels some type of way about Kelsey and vice versa. And I have one more thing to talk about. As far as Lizzo goes and Aries Spears, I've noticed that a lot of the people who are defending Lizzo and going after Aries they're not necessarily saying that Lizzo is pretty or Lizzo isn't big, Lizzo is not built like a plate of mashed potatoes, as he said. They're simply saying, well, you're also fat. You're also built bad, so you shouldn't say anything. And I'm like, that doesn't negate what he said per se. Because if it was someone who was more attractive and who wasn't built like a linebacker or a plate of mashed potatoes, as they said earlier, would y'all be okay with the message? And that's the question.
Well,
and I think they would. Look at Kevin Samuels.
10 seconds.
Now, granted, he did, have a heart attack or whatever he had going on. So I think that was definitely funny to see. But if it was someone who was more attractive, someone who was more fit, would you all have responded the same way? Because no one is saying that Lizzo is, she has a nice body type, she's beautiful. They're just simply saying, Aries, you have a fat neck. Aries, you're also fat. Aries, you're also not attractive. Your last part, I think he said his pores were dripping of hot dog water. All of this to say, but they're not saying that Lizzo is not fat or Lizzo does not.
Well, Lizzo is fat, and Lizzo is bad built, but because that would be a lie. She is fat.
So why are they mad? She does need to work out. She does need to stop showing her big.
I think people are mad because it was because I feel like it was a little bit it felt a little bit unwarranted and kind of mean. Unprovoked. Yeah, like it was just a little mean. Like, I mean, it was the truth, but was it necessary?
It absolutely was not necessary. But
so I think that's the problem.
That people are not defending her.
Well, because it's true.
Defending her the way they should.
Well, they're not defending. A lot of people are not defending her. You may feel like because she threw it in our face, so she forced. It'd be one thing if Lizzo was just living her life, and like I said earlier, and then he just came out and just dragged her. But she's exploited her very same fatness for years, so it's now commentary. It's now content. So at this point, why defend something that has been exploited and shoved in our face? It's up for grabs at that point.
If he did not do it in a way where it was unprovoked, would people have been okay with the message? And if that is the case, then I think the issue is beyond just what he said. There's a problem with us accepting this type of obesity. Because if Lizzo was, if it was the opposite and she was anorexic and she only weighed 70 or 80 pounds, we would not think it's cute. It would not be as accepted. People would not be defending her the way they are now.
Well, ma'am, we live in America, so we already know. Well, Lizzo's whole brand is built on being obese, so we've already accepted that.
Obese and bad built. Yeah, you're right. But
that's why she makes the money. Okay, thank you.
You're right, but it's not right. Bye, Armon.
Bye. I mean, I thought we were past that, but all right, we're gonna wrap it up right there, guys.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay. I don't know where we were going with that, but I definitely don't need to be canceled. Okay. At the end of the day, I love you all. Dang, we did an hour and 30 minutes today. Woo, y'all got a good full-on show. So make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you guys, what you guys think. Do you guys think the City Girls are gonna last? What do you think about Megan Thee Stallion? Sherri Shepherd, are you guys watching the Sherri Shepherd, Wendy Williams stuff? What do you think about Oprah reaching out to Sherri? Are you watching Bobby Purr? Do you like Natalie Nunn? Everything we covered today. Will the City Girls last? Did I say that already? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I love you all. Thanks for watching. And until next time, I want you to keep that same energy. And I'll see you soon. Peace out.